Hello, music fans. You're watching Death by Unicorn, and this is What's New 2024, where I talk about new albums that came out in metal, rock, and prog. Today I'm going to talk about 4 new albums that came out over the past week, and I'll talk about them in my order of preference, starting with Kaipa and their album, which is very difficult to pronounce. I think it's pronounced Sommargryningsljus, something like that. It's a Swedish word. This is the 15th album by this Swedish band. They're symphonic progressive rock, and this one gets my excellent tier rating. This is a good album for fans of the Flower Kings, Yes, Genesis, Carphagen, and Is. The singles I heard on this album ahead of time had great keyboard playing. That continues on the whole album. One of the singles featured mostly female vocals. The other single featured a nice mix of male and female vocals, and that blend of male and female vocals continues throughout the whole album. The guitar playing is great on this album. I believe it's Per Nilsson, who also played on a great album last year by Scar Symmetry. His playing on this album is a lot less metal than what he does on Scar Symmetry. It's kind of like jazzy and proggy. There's some parts that sound a little metal, and yeah, just he does a great job. In particular, I noticed a lot of nice licks from both the guitars and keyboards on the great song Like Thousand Dawns. There's lots of cool odd time signatures used on this album. The 6th track, Spiderweb Train, is a prog epic that's 15 minutes and 32 seconds in length. So check out Kaipa's Sommargryningsljus if that sounds great to you. The next album I want to talk about is Toehider and their EP Rediscovery. This is a covers EP by this Australian project. There's a lot of different tracks on here, a couple pop ones, a couple standard rock ones, a couple proggy ones, and they're all great. This one's going to go into my very good tier. Toehider is a great Australian musical project by the amazing vocalist and multi-instrumentalist Michael Mills. He covers Sia's Chandelier, Tina Turner's song We Don't Need Another Hero Thunderdome, Mars Volta's song The Inertiatic ESP, which is one of my favorite songs by the Mars Volta, Queen's song The Prophet Song, great track to hear, especially hearing Michael Mills do it. Focus's Hocus Pocus, which is an awesome song with the yodeling, and Michael Mills does a great job of that. And this song, Can You Picture That, by Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem, which is the Muppet Show's house band, which is made up of Muppets. He does an amazing job at every song on here. It's really entertaining to hear him sing all these tracks. The only reason that I didn't put this in my excellent tier is because it's just an EP and because it's covers rather than original songs, so I kind of knocked it down a level for that. But it is a joy to listen to, so if that sounds good to you, check out Rediscovery by Toehider. Next, we're getting into my good tier now for the last two. I'll talk about The Warning and their album Keep Me Fed. All of these albums came out on June 28th. Keep Me Fed is the 4th album by this Mexican band, The Warning, and it's a hard rock album. And this band features 3 sisters just rocking out as a hard rock power trio. These are really catchy rock anthems. They would fit right in on the radio. Fans of bands like Muse, Foo Fighters, Arctic Monkeys, the Black Keys, the Tea Party, bands like that should like this. But if you want a band like that with just rocking female vocals, kind of like the vocals in bands like Paramore and the Pretty Reckless, then this is a great band for you. Check out The Warning and Keep Me Fed. And then lastly, I want to talk about another one that I'll put in my good tier, which is the Dave Foster Band, and Maybe They'll Come Back for Us. 5th album by this band from the UK. It's progressive art rock, and it was released physically on May 31st, but it only came out on streaming on June 28th. Great guitar parts, great female vocals here, decent songs, musicianship and production, all around great, but just nothing too adventurous, interesting, or memorable to make me want to keep coming back to it. That's why I only put it in my good tier rather than very good. But I think people who like progressive art rock with just to focus on songwriting and don't need too much adventurousness or technical complexity in their music will probably like this. This is the Dave Foster Band, and maybe they'll come back to us. That's it for my first impressions of these 4 new albums that came out recently. Let me know what you think of these albums down below in the comments. And did anything else come out recently that you think I might enjoy? Stay tuned for next time. Peace out.